Welcome back to Virtual Reality Game Dev Ed. This is right where I left off the last time. This is the 6th tutorial video for our friend codenamed B. I'm just going to jump right back into it. What we are doing right now is we are writing a script to make our character shoot. Okay, we are defining our shoot function currently. Okay, now last time we left a few notes in the instantiate operation. We need three commands. We need to tell it what we are making, where it is being made, and what direction we want it to be made. So first of all, we want to go ahead and say what we just want to call this. We just want to pull this variable out. Just make sure that it matches this word. Okay. And then where, okay, we want to transform dot find. Now this will tell it to find our object, and we want it to find the shoot point that we put right in front of our character's head. So just make sure that matches the name, whatever you called your shoot point, and then dot transform again, dot position. Now this tells it to create this object at this point in space. Okay, now the last thing we need to do is tell it what direction. Quaternion is a weird word. This is another one of the weird words that is in Unity, but it's really simple. It just basically means where. We want it to match identity. We want it to match the direction we're facing already. So the last thing we need to do with this is end it with a semicolon. Always have to have those little semicolons. Okay. And go ahead and pull back down here. Now we want to go ahead and call back up this new little variable that we made, because we want to give it a little bit of force, because right now if we created the object, it's just going to create and sit there in space. So we want to call the rigid body that we put on it. That's why we put the rigid body, so we can go ahead and do this add force command. This will add some kind of force to it, some kind of physics, and we want that force to be transform dot forward. Forward is a preset function in Unity, just tells it to go forward on its local space, and we want to set a number. How much force is it getting forward? So we're just going to go ahead and leave a simple 1,000. Okay, end it with a semicolon again, and there we have our little bit of script. We can save that as is. Go ahead and minimize this. Take our little we want to I did something earlier, I'm sorry guys. We want to go ahead and take our shoot script now and put it on our body. Unknown identifier. I didn't finish something here in my script. Yes. They're a little picky about spelling things right and capitalization and whatnot. Make sure your capitalization and spelling is all correct. Okay. And wait a second, that should clear right out. Good. We're looking golden. Okay. Now, we have this script attached here, but we don't have any items being made. So we need to go ahead and drag our prefab over to that ball transform point right there. Okay, now let's go ahead and click play and see what happens. Okay. Another thing I forgot to do, I left a little note for myself here. We want to change the direction of fire 1, or we want to change the command key to our return key. That's the last thing I have to do real quick. So to do that, you come up here to edit, come down to project settings and click input, open up axis, go to fire 1, and right here, the positive button, this is what button returns that command as positive. We want to change that to return. Return is the command for the return key or enter key, whatever it is on your keyboard. In Unity, it's return, so that's what we want. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and click play again and see what happens. Now, click the enter button. You know what we might want to do? Rather than putting it on the head or on the body, let's go ahead and put it right on the head, since we have our shoot point on the head. Okay, again, we have to come back in and put our prefab back on that. And let's go ahead and click play and see what happens. Now we're shooting a little ball, right? Isn't that neat? Now, one problem is we're actually creating these balls and then they're just going in space. And they're going to go there forever. They're going to keep falling down in space. They're not going to do anything. They're not going to delete. And that's not quite what we want. We don't want all of those items in there. We actually want to delete these items after a while. So that's the next thing we'll do. We'll go back into our script and tell those items to delete after a while. Okay, so to destroy these game objects, we want to go ahead and create a new script. Call this destroy time. Okay, now go ahead and open up that script. And then we want to go ahead and delete all of these. That's fine, because we're going to actually use a different function. So first thing we need to do is create a new variable and call this lifetime or something like that. It doesn't matter what you call it, just remember the name. I'm going to set mine to 2.0. That's 2 seconds. And then this will be in the function awake. Now, the awake function activates the second the game opens up. So, that's what we want to happen. We want this to be active from the beginning of the game and remain active after that. It's very simple. We want to destroy That's a preset function. It already knows what that means. Destroy the game object. This will destroy the game object that it's attached to. And we want it to destroy it in this variable's time, lifetime. Okay. That's simple. Now go ahead and save that. Then minimize this, go back into this, and we actually want to set this destroy time on our ball prefab. Okay? Now, let's go ahead and click play and see what happens. Click enter, which is the thing, and if you see, after a couple seconds, our balls destroy. How nice is that? Now our game isn't going to lag down while we shoot. So that is perfect. Okay, so that's where I'll go ahead and end this video. Now we can shoot, we can move around, we have a cool little tail, our game's not going to bog down and everything. You know, we have a little something going on. It's kind of cool. In the next video, we will get into actually making a little bit more of a scene here, and start talking about some of the actual design stuff, so we can make this look a little bit cooler. Because right now we're just extremely basic. You know, we've just got cubes and balls, and you know, our flat little platform in basic colors. And that's not what we want. We want some textures, we want some cool things, we want to put some walls, and we want to make these balls actually do something when they hit something, right? So that's how we're going to do all that. Alright, I will see you all next time.